Film director Todd Robinson and actor David Duchovny were on Long Island recently for a special showing of their new movie Phantom at Adelphi University in Garden City. For Robinson, it was a homecoming of sorts. He graduated from Adelphi in 1982. Right before the film, Robinson taught a master class in film audition for the theater and film program students.
To come back to Adelphi, where I got my initial training, is just really quite wonderful. And I don't really know what a master class is exactly. What I just wanted to do was sort of give the students a little insight into what I'm looking for as a director from an actor. And really what I'm looking for is what makes them unique as individuals, as people, because that's the way I engage with people. I engage with them as one-on-one, real people. So a lot of the times there's this sort of formality that gets in the way of me getting to know who the people are. And so if they can just kind of sort of relax into who they are and bring their day with them and put that through the material that I've given them, that's really going to put them at the best advantage to maybe get the job. And what I was really trying to do up on stage with these actors who were all game to do things that they were not familiar with was to just sort of stand there and face each other or face the audience and sort of feel what they're feeling. And it's a very uncomfortable thing for you to stand up in front of a couple of hundred people and not know what's expected of you, and just to stand there under the lights. So when something real happens, I'm simply demonstrating that as stuck and as confused and as in their head as they might be, they're actually feeling real things moment to moment. And if you can identify what that is and realize, oh yeah, really is something going on. I really am feeling something, even though I'm up here and I'm thinking, what does he want? What does he want? Well, it's not about that. It's just about being present. And if you can take that and put it through structure, then you have a chance at acting.
I remember that he and Jonathan Larson, who was his roommate, were constantly working, constantly trying to improve. And in those days, not everybody was the same level of commitment, I guess is a good way to put it. And Jonathan and Todd always seemed to be ahead of the pack, trying to make their work better and stronger sooner than anyone else. We are always proud of our students, even when they become celebrities, even though that's not what we're training them for. But the fact of the matter is he's working, he's well known, he's well respected in the business, and that makes us feel very good, sure. He knows how to communicate with artists, even young artists, and so he's not full of himself. He knows the language we all speak, or try to speak. And I think he didn't talk down to anyone. I think he talked to them on their level, but he understands what it's like to be where they are now, and that's always wonderful. It happens to be at Adelphi as well. He gave them an insight that they didn't have before he arrived here.
It's so inspiring to see Adelphi students really making it big in this business, because so often we take a little heat as actors and people in the performing arts when we tell people we're going to be actors and saying, okay, so what are you going to do? And it's like, I'm going to go act. That's what I'm going to do. That's my job, and that's what I was born to do. So to see an Adelphi student go out there and make it gives us that extra, belief and the encouragement to go out there and never quit, just like he said. He told us, never quit no matter who puts you down. Just be real. It's sometimes so hard to just bring yourself into the character, and the work we did today really helped me rediscover that. And to just not worry about the text. He talked about working in between the lines and in between the text. And for the first time, actually, and he said for decades he took time to realize that himself, and I feel like I'm beginning to finally understand what that means. And again, that was just a great enlightening of that information.
Well, there's a particular quote that I really liked that was, not quitting doesn't necessarily guarantee success, but quitting guarantees failure. And I thought that was pretty inspirational stuff. So I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to keep on keeping on, I guess. I think it's always very impressive to see that somebody from where I'm standing right now went off and had a successful career. And it gives me hope, it gives me encouragement,
When you walk into an audition, you think you have to be perfect. You have to get everything right, and he threw me off totally. But it was great because I discovered how to just be, which is one of the hardest things ever, to just settle and not be thinking. I wouldn't say it relaxed me, but it focused me to just settle, and that was really helpful because then when we went into the exercise, I found certain things that we could use in the scene, which was great. Or if you're going to have a prop, make an intention, you know. If I'm going to fold something, I'm going to fold it not because I'm just folding clothes, but because I have to do it, because we need to go on our vacation, we need to leave now. Like, just having an intention. I never thought about that. To just be. Don't try to be perfect. It won't work.
He's hoping that you're going to come in and be amazing in an audition to bring his work to life. So I really appreciated that. I appreciated the exercise they did, just those Meisner techniques that really get you out of your head and get you to act like a human being and really explore the human condition more than just, you know, specific craft tools. It's more about digging deep into yourself and bringing that out.
I think he's very much an actor's director, so just having that sense of comfort being on stage really helped a lot. You know, acting is funny because you're trying to be cognizant of all these technical things, but also be natural and have the audience feel for you. And he really hammered that home, you know, just staying real, and in the moment these things will come. And I think a lot of it's trusting yourself, and it was just really cool to have him remind us that in the middle of it. And I think the audience and ourselves, reap the benefits, you know, the whole time.
And after the film, Robinson and star David Duchovny spoke about making the film and took audience questions. Duchovny declined the opportunity to talk to media, but Robinson explained the background of the film.
Phantom is a movie that is rooted in the Cold War. It's loosely based on a true story about a submarine that left Ribachi, Russia, and sank some weeks later. David Duchovny plays an OSNOS commando. He's sort of the adversary to Ed Harris, the sort of intellectual adversary to Ed Harris, this sort of blue-collar captain. And when you see these men work together, you know, it's just, that is a master class in acting.
I was very excited to come out tonight and see it here premiere. It was wonderful to see David Duchovny here, as well as Todd Robinson, the director and the writer. And it's great that these people are from Long Island and coming back to Long Island if they're not originally from here. So that's a wonderful thing.
In Garden City, Collora reporting, Long Island Online News.